So today is the final in our series for social networking before we move on to a new topic, and I want to let you know that you too can be an internet star. You just need to follow a few simple steps and you can be all over the world, known by millions of people in just 15 clicks.
To be known for what though?
You have to decide that. Do you want to be known for some crazy
You mean like
video?
the YouTube kind of things?
Yes.
Let me ask you something, because people have always sent me videos from YouTube, and I look at it, and you know, you have crazy people in Switzerland doing a dance, and they say, "Look at this." I'm in Switzerland, and I set up my camera, I do a dance, and then I submit that to YouTube. How do you come across it?
With tags. It's all about tagging. Now, other than the fact
What is
that
tagging?
clearly, first things first, you are going to send it to your network of friends who will send it to their network of friends, and so on and so on and so forth. But how it is that most people find interesting and fascinating YouTube videos is they look for a tag. So I may search for sex.
Yeah.
I may search for stupid in that search window. And
Yeah.
then all the videos that have that tag come up related to that search word.
So I have to appropriately name my video so that people who are interested in that subject area
Yes.
will find it.
Yes, and appropriate is a very funny term because, for example, our Tech Time video is posted on YouTube,
Yeah.
and I put in appropriately Fame FM. If I was trying to get a different demographic, perhaps I would put sex, perhaps I would put...
But we don't talk about sex.
That's not the point. That's not
You
the
just
point.
want to get people to
I
look
just
at
want
it?
to get people to look at it, so I put in a provocative tag.
That's false advertising. And
I'd like to see you find me and sue me.
well, I'll know what you look like because I'll see your picture. So you're saying what we're doing here is on YouTube?
Yes, it is.
I'm on YouTube?
You're on YouTube and you're on Facebook, right? All our listeners can log into the Fame FM Facebook page. And
I don't
I'm
want
gonna
to be
set it
on
up
Facebook.
on the MySpace page, but you're already on. You're a Fame personality. You're on the calendar, you're on the website, you're on Facebook. Don't run from it, embrace it. But suppose you're not, Francois. Suppose you're not on radio. How do you become an internet star? Well, the first thing you got to get clued in, you have to be on the networks. You have to be on High Five, you have to be on YouTube, you have to be on Flickr. We didn't talk about Flickr.
Flickr.
Right, which is effectively a picture site.
And you're saying one individual must be on all of these, not that you're saying choose one. You're saying choose all.
Choose all. Because everyone needs to find you, and they can't find you in one location. They may find you in multiple locations.
And you're saying most people, because you're crazy, most people are on multiple ones, or that's really not it? Most people just choose one and do it.
Francois, everyone but you is on multiple networks. And you're on none.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. And don't believe me, I know the listeners are going to text in and they're going to say, come on, Francois, get with the times. The next thing is that you
boy.
have to be creative. I can't sit here in the studio and tell you what you need to do to be an internet star. Perhaps you're going to take footage of your cat trying to lick butter off his paws. Perhaps it is you're going to shoot your, oh my goodness, a sister station personality. I'm going to call you out, you know who you are, has a Facebook video of his newborn son. And you know that reflex reaction that you have, that children have to suck on a nipple?
Yeah.
He fools his child by using the knuckle of his finger.
Yeah.
And you see the child desperately trying to suck milk out of this knuckle. That was hilarious. Cruel, but hilarious. That video
You can
is
get arrested
all
for that.
child abuse, huh?
Oh,
that
boy.
video is all over Facebook, you know. So you just be creative. No, I don't want you to go too far. You don't
But
need
anything
to.
you do is there forever.
Anything you do is there forever. Let's face it. And, you know, recent circumstances have shown us that when it is that persons do something in the real world, we go straight to the online world to try and find out who they are,
Yeah.
more about them, and that kind of thing. So be very careful what you do.
That happened with this hijacker guy.
Mm-hmm.
And they found out what he was posting, which to me doesn't make sense either. He was posting about got to get his money, got to rob somebody, got to get his AK, and all of that.
And what did we all do? We sat back and said, oh, that's cute. Maybe some of us should have called him up and said, hey, here's a hug. I don't know, but that's an option.
You see, here's the problem that I'm having with this whole social networking and all of your Facebook bloggy and MySpace YouTubey. This is, I'm still just seeing this is just a little fun thing between, you know, girlfriends wanting, hey, look at my new puppy sort of situation. Where does it help you in your life?
Two answers. One,
Yeah.
in your personal life, it allows you to hook up with friends and family far-flung all over the world. And we've said this. You know, I'm hooked up with some of my prep school friends and some of my high school friends, which is really cool. On a business level, if it is that I wanted to let people know that this show is on Fame FM because my job depended on it, by reposting it on Facebook, and therefore getting the listeners involved, you know, Francois thinks I have value and I get to keep my job. Hint, hint.
How much does this cost to have all of these things?
Absolutely nothing. That's a wonderful thing about the internet, that is advertising driven or subscriber driven, if it is that you decide to pay, but you don't have to. All of these websites I've mentioned are free on some level, which is great. So the only thing you invest is time to set it up, time to track it, time to do it.
Where do you go to, well, YouTube is not a, YouTube, where is that? YouTube.com. Where's MySpace? MySpace.com. Where's Flickr?
Flickr.com.
Which is spelled Flickr.
That's right.
Where's Facebook?
Facebook.com.
Where is Blogspot.com? Where is Triad? What's that now? Why do they have different names? Why are they different?
Because each of them is different and they offer different services. For example, YouTube is only videos.
Yeah.
Right? Even if you try to put up an audio file, you have to put some visual with it.
Yeah.
And that's what YouTube does. But you can't really blog effectively on YouTube. You can't have a chat on YouTube. When it comes to MySpace, MySpace is great. But in addition to putting up videos, you can put up web links, you can put up audio clips and things of that nature. So
why doesn't somebody come up with one of these that does all of them?
Because life isn't like that, Francois. You don't do one thing all day. You're a broadcaster, you're an administrator.
No, but you do this all day, don't you? Because how else? You got to spend half an hour on each one of these sites to keep up with who said what to you and who tagged you and all of that.
What's wrong with a few minutes a day?
Every day?
Maybe not, maybe once a week, depending on what you're trying to achieve. Now, if you're a 16-year-old kid with time on your hands, hey, by all means, have a little fun. I think this is far more productive in some cases than playing video games all day long.
I
disagree.
The only thing I go with you on, I like the finding friends sort of situation. But I don't know what else this is practically good for.
We need to get you online.
I'm going to do it, you know. But you haven't convinced me yet.
How do you communicate with your fans by video?
They don't want to see my face. They want to hear.
If they didn't want to see your face, they wouldn't be getting the Fame calendar.
No, that's because we put pretty girls on that. that's how that works. And they folks can email me, they can text me, they do all of that.
How do you interact with them live? How do you give them more?
They call.
How do you have that personal call? So what happened to all your listeners online that are listening from Australia and listening from New Zealand?
They actually call. And they email. But now you're telling me I should be blogging them, which doesn't sound like...
I accept I've lost this argument. So, that's fine. Next week, I'm going to show you some cool and practical websites that you should know about. These are the sites that you wonder, my goodness, why didn't I know them before? And they're going to help you and help your life.
I like that idea. All right, you got an opinion, folks? There are lots of places you can... well, you can SMS us right here in the studio, 878-263-2. I lied to you a while ago. 878-3263. 878-3263. I have to look at the phone when I do that. Fame FM at rgrgroup.com. That's the email. Or you can go and check out Carlette's site. Carlette DeLeon. DeLeon. Yeah, what did I say?
DeLeon.
Oh.
Which a lot of people say. And ladies and gentlemen, let me give Francois credit. Last week or the week before, you said that the Blogspot address was too long. Carlette on famefm.blogspot.com. It's still there. But you're right, it was kind of long. So I went ahead and I registered carlettedeleon.com. So much easier. You can just go to my name and get the information.
All right. There you got it. A little bit of tech talk. Check out next week. You'll see my MySpace and YouTube and Facebook site. Not.